Hey guys, today I'm very excited to talk about this particular movie that I watched recently, and it's called the Lemony Snicket, a series of unfortunate events. Um, I want to particularly talk about the hidden layers of trauma, the grief, the emotional neglect, and the resilience of the kids um, when they are trying to grow up in a world without safety nets. And the orphans, they lose their parents and they were thrown into the care of abusive, uncaring Count Olaf. But somehow they persist. This story is about losing parents as children. The story is about having to grow up under an abusive individual where where the children are getting neglected, and the loneliness of being unheard and unprotected. And this story is also about the solidarity of having siblings and to explore explore the sense of agency, explore that internal locus of control, even when circumstances are not quite in your favor. So it's not that the children are getting lucky; they are making use of their best strengths, like inventing, reading a lot of books, having this vast knowledge, and biting. So they are making use of these things to overcome the obstacles, uh, to make that one to make that one to take that particular step to take that particular action to overcome the situations that they were in. And it's not this huge thing that they do, it's just that simple things that they were uh, quite aware of their circumstances, quite aware of what they could take advantage of to overcome that situations that they were forced to overcome. um, it's quite dark. This movie is quite dark. It's absurd at moments. And these children, they get to carve out their own space where they want to belong. They want to find a home, and it's the thing that they constantly strive for. Um, but it's a process that they engage in to get to where they wanted to go, and the obstacles that they face along the way. And these kids are deeply rooted in their lack, basically, in the absence of their parents, and what they want to make out of their lives, basically. So since they are deeply rooted in this lack, this void, they try to fill that using the things that they have around them. And they were quite resilient in that regard, and to make the best out of their lives. And they make this roof over their head, uh, especially in the Count Olaf's home. They try to find that space and then find that closure within their siblings, um, closeness. It's very symbolic how they do it, like everything. It's quite relatable to watch. Um, and it's not about the situations that we are in. It reminds us that, like, it's not the situations that we are in, it's what we make out of each moment that we live. It's what we try to do, it's what we try to act upon, using the strengths that we already have, with the things that we already have with us, to create the life that we want to live. This story deeply mirrors what many of the trauma survivors had gone through in their lives, are going through currently. And because of how the children are trying to figure life out on their own, in the absence of their parents. And everything happens so suddenly, like all these obstacles they were put under, they were facing. Um, it happened so suddenly, and they cannot imagine that the next thing, they don't get to predict what future holds. but they try to take that single step, take that one action to, make progress towards what they were trying to um, achieve at the end, which is that home, that belonging, that safe, protected place that they always wanted to be. It makes them more and more resilient. Um, that is something very, very inspiring to watch because they are being bounced from one unstable environment to another, and the Violet, the Claus, Sunny, they have different kinds of strength, and then they put all of them together to overcome the situations, and they have this beautiful unity in face of chaos. Many of us trauma survivors, uh, at some point in our lives, had utilized our strengths, our skills to adapt, to overcome certain situations in our lives, and that's really, really relatable. um, Even though the things are weighing us down, even though the thoughts are weighing us down, we eventually try to find a way, and we keep on moving forward. and and our resiliency, it needs to be recognized at times. We Especially our strengths, they need to be recognized, um, in order to understand who we are. Even though in this particular situation you may be feeling weak, you may be feeling drowned by all the things that have happened in your lives, but I think you have the strength to overcome this, whatever situation that you are in. And I hope this movie ignites that within you, ignites that awareness that you already have the strength, you already have the things that you need, to create the thing that to fill that void within you in a healthy way, to move towards creating the life that you want to live. Thanks for watching.